And hello and welcome everybody, or for those of you returning, welcome back. Brackish, I am happy to see that you made it in just in time for having a little hangout sesh before work. Hopefully getting ready and the day ahead is nice and quick. And thank you for joining us as always. With that said, I'm going to jump right into it. Last time when we left off, we made some definite progress. I did a little bit of work off camera just to kind of get us going. So we managed to get our forge up, which is definitely an awesome thing. Put a couple of lights in. We now have a casting table, which I'm not really certain if how much I need that right now. We will have to build up a few other items, of course, but first and foremost, I've got to figure out the ins and outs of how to make some friends. And it's unfortunate, but the way in which we do that is going to be a little bit more forceful. So we're going to definitely need a truncheon. So we need a branch, plant fiber, and leather. So we'll go ahead and check out what's in one of our two boxes here. Branch, plant fiber. What did I say else? What else is in there? And Brackish, you're absolutely right. This may be a simulation. I don't know how far I believe in all that, but I've heard that a lot of times. Why else did everything taste like chicken? All right. And leather. We need leather. So, what we're going to have to do is we're probably going to have to go kill some things. I'm going to have to make a tanning station, I believe. Which means I'm going to also have to make some bark, which I'm going to have to figure that out. Iron sickle, iron hatchet. How do we get the bark? I feel like there's like a drying thing that you have to put sticks into. Knowledge. I feel like there's definitely a drying method to do it. And I think you can get some from those like desert trees. So we may have to go back into the desert for now. Because I think we'll have to tan in order to make leather. I could be mistaken to that, but we'll see. That'll also give us an opportunity to see about getting some water hides up. In fact, okay, that's just a horse. It's just a horse. Ooh. Do we get any? Is it just hide, or do we get any? So I think we have to tan the leather. And for anybody joining, please feel free to check out any of the information in the description below. There you'll find my other project, Litterbox Gaming, as well as information for how to join us on Discord. It's a great place to hang out, get to meet and know the people, as well as help build out a nice community. Grace, I'm looking for groups for games that you play, whether it be Repo, Conan, Ark. And as we move forward in the future, maybe even consider... Nope, I am going to run today. I'm going to run today to fight another. We do not have to live that life today. That's right. All right. So I'm going to head straight down. Ooh. Good fighting. Thank you, buddy. This gave me some free hide and fur and stuff. Buddy, you just ran from me. You cannot be serious about wanting to attack me after running from me. It's not appropriate. You're literally running through my shield. What are you doing? What is this even? No, sir. I upgraded weapons. And I'm trying to figure out why. I feel like I'm not dealing nearly as much damage as I was with the stone sword. But I'm just going to strafe you until I can't anymore. Rebuild that stam. That's how we're going to live now. Of course, there's going to be a boar down here. I also need to get some plant seeds and plant fibers up, I think, while we're out and about. And I'm probably going to need to make some rope. Because I think I'm going to need to be able to drag a thrall back to where the thrall was set up. Okay. So far, day 2, back in the Exiled Lands, not going so bad. Day 1 was a little on the rough side. If I remember correctly, the other side was where that tiger was that I would like to very much avoid. I should probably go ahead and get a torch out. Don't think I need raw meat in my thing or in my inventory to equip. Don't know why that is, but just feel like it's not necessary at this point in life. Sir, I'd sincerely appreciate it if you didn't, but you're going to, aren't you? Well, we got him. So we should be able to make leather out of this stuff, which is awesome. Because could have swore I just heard something moving around again. While we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and grab as much fiber and seeds as I can. There's not a whole lot I really want to do in the dark. Could always take an opportunity, see what all is needed for the wheel. I bet you I have to build the wheel. All right, so rope, twine, and fiber. That's cool. So we'll go ahead and do what we can to get those fiber counts up. So we're going to have to make plenty of twine in order and have fiber left over to make some bindings. And if I remember correctly, those break. So we don't want to just make one. And I'm not certain what is down below me. Really hoping daylight isn't a long ways away. I don't know how to check the time in this game.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and grab a few other items here. Might throw on the handy dandy building hammer for just a moment. All right, F if I remember. Yep. Religion. I need to get bones and stuff for that. Companion. So we need wood, stone, metal bar, and twine. Metal shouldn't be a problem with where we're at, nor should any of the other items, so that's cool. Go ahead, switch this out. I am going to, however, have to get leather. And I'm not really certain. I'm going to test an item or two here real quick. Grab a little bit of coal as well. So if I remember correctly, didn't we get leather from like using a cleaver as well? Or am I mistaken? We'll find out. All right, wood. Silk. So we need gossamer for silk. Okay, torch is broken. That's fine. Repair. Oh, it repairs pretty quick. Go ahead, kick that up. Don't think I'm going to need that right away. And we're going to look for the cleaver. So I would much rather go ahead and test that theory out. It's easier to be wrong. How do I make a water skin? That and twine. All right, twine. Go ahead and make all the twine. We'll make one of those. All right, where did that... Okay, I made a bit water skin, right? Am I daydreaming that? There we go. Now, if I remember correctly, there was a boss down here before. One that we used to actually intentionally farm for the chest. So I'm going to want to definitely be careful with this. I do not want any parts of the crocodile boss eating me if I can avoid it. And I think that's him there. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. So we're going to try to make our way forward. No, sirs. Not today, friends. Because I feel like I'm going to need coal and wood at some point. All right, bud. You're a little feller who isn't that dangerous, so I can take you. Nope. That's right. Back with you. All right. Get some plant fibers up. And I feel like these are the type of trees that would give you... Is there a different method? There might be a different method. So we're about to see. No. 3. Bark. That's what I've been needing. So to make a tanner, I need... Let me see here. Where's the hammer? There's the hammer. Didn't need that after all. So 6 F, and we're gonna look for carpentry. Was it under smithing maybe? Yeah. So we need bark, stone, and the other. But if I'm not mistaken, I feel like we also need bark to run it. So we're going to have to get that up. So we'll do a little farming on the bark, and we'll see what we can do. I am getting majorly encumbered. And I do need to eat. And it takes a lot of insects to eat. I don't feel like I necessarily need the stone at this point.
Go ahead, drop that. Wood isn't that big of a deal. I can get wood for days where I'm at. So I'll just keep dropping stuff. That's not necessary. Because really that bark is going to be what's going to help me out. Allow me to tan if I remember correctly. I also need to go ahead and farm up all these bushes through here. Alright. Already had enough of you. Did he just disappear into the ground? Is that a thing they used to do? I don't remember them ever doing that before. That is pretty wild. I am going to go back to that hillside too and see what we could do about grabbing some more. I know where to get the resin. The resin's pretty easy to get. We're going to go ahead and drop this stuff. I feel like it's not necessary. I really want to keep the coal. I feel like branches are pretty non-essential. I feel like resin could come in handy with something else in the future. So, hopefully I don't live to regret that decision. I'd like to get a few more up of that and get a little bit more plant fiber, bugs, seeds. So we definitely need a lot more seeds and plant fiber if we're going to start the thrall wheel. Can't believe we're actually going to be getting this done. I have not made this sort of stuff in so long. And just a day or two break was enough to just send me second guessing how the crafting and stuff works. I will say though, this for this being a 7-year-old game, it doesn't look bad with the updates. There are some clunkety parts, but even the newer games I feel like have so many of them. Or so much clunk and bugginess, so I just really have a hard time like kind of considering like it as a bad thing. Ichor I know comes in handy in the future, but I feel like we can get ichor and stuff like that. Same thing with like reptile hide. I don't know that I necessarily need it right now. I know I need leather. I'm going to keep all the pelts and stuff that I can possibly keep. And yeah, we're back to normal. Cool. So I may have to come back down here. And I'll probably cry about it. Die. And also please note, the scorpions made me think about it. Both here as well as in my other channel, Litterbox Gaming. I'm thinking tomorrow here, tomorrow evening, I'll probably be doing a challenge of sorts. Geared around, you fail, you get punished. No, sir. So please make sure to take an opportunity to check that out. Okay, come on now. I really need you all to just kind of go away now. Do I have enough time to heal myself up some? Because I need to heal. Because I need to make my way by those gators down there too. Okay, I can still dodge roll and all that, so good there. I am definitely going to have to get a lot more materials. But it's not so bad. I don't think so, at least. All right, so in we go. Just gotta make it by this big, bad, and ugly, which I think if I go this way instead, it should allow me to bypass him altogether. I hope. We'll see. Man, why are all these gators so angry? All right. So I'm not going to play with gators. Just going to put that out there. Not really a me thing. We'll save that for a Florida man. No swamp puppies for me. All right, so we'll head back to our base. Hopefully make it back in one piece. And all we'll have to do is build the tanner up. And we should be able to make the leather to make the whatchamacallit. While that's going, I can get things in order to make the gruel. Okay. I feel like we're doing all right there so far. So I know the pig and the wolf's going to be over here. Pig really isn't that big of a deal. I'm going to go ahead and eat a few more of those. As much as I hate to say it, I kind of want to kill this pig. For the meat. Nope. Not even a little bit, bud. Well, that's the combo to use. Dude, that right click, left. Pretty beastly. Wolf pelt, fur, hyena pelt. Got a lot of hyena pelt. Do I need gnarled fangs, like, for real? Kind of feel like I don't. Don't need putrid meat. Or at least not right now, I don't. Do need the coal. Don't know if I need the resin, really, right now. I do need a lower weight, though. That is one thing that is absolutely certain. I would like to keep the chitin, but I mean, it's not like I don't know where I can get it, so. Outrun them. Feel like I can. That was pretty easy. So if I cut straight across that way, I will attract their attention. It's a way to bypass their attention now. And I think the easiest answer to this, so I don't have to fight every last thing. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind some adversity in the game, but I feel like bypassing is the most sensible thing I could do right now. Okay. Made it through the first tough spot. Made it by them. Now I'm just going to run straight across. Almost perfectly diagonal. We're just going to serpentine through the fields. This is absolutely stupid. I wish I could say more, but we will get our thrall wheel up though, and hopefully get our first thrall on before I have to call stream. I'm certain we will. I just don't know how long the food takes to cook. I assume it shouldn't be that long though. Question mark? Isn't there like a feeding trough or something you have to make? Like, I feel like that is definitely a thing. Alright, E. Wine. Branches. Stone. 6. Man, tannery is no joke, is it? Like, it's big. I have to put that outside, I suppose. Okay, I'm not going to be able to put that outside just yet because I'm going to have to go and get some more wood. I'm so glad I'm not a bigger YouTuber or streamer. That would be one of those moments where you wonder if somebody's going to clip your stuff or not. Alright, this stuff away real quick. I think what we're going to do make this a little bit more sensible. Double check this box here. Yeah, I think resin goes in the other one. That play button, and now we'll have some real food cooking, which is so needed. While that's cooking, And go ahead, get some more wood up. And we can go ahead and... Now I'm going to test something just to see if I ever needed to do any of that. I could have gotten bark right here. So I'm assuming that's from any tree. That's... Yeah. That was my smart moment there today. But at least I thought it well enough in advance to think, to double check myself. Although I still feel like it used to be limited at one time to like only one type of tree or set trees. I'm certain I'm probably wrong about that though. I definitely want some more wood and some more metal. This is not going to take very long before I'm going to have to repair all this stuff. The quicker we get that metal up and we'll count up, the quicker we can get it repaired and keep ourselves going ahead. Alright, I am encumbered, which is fine because I should have more than enough mats at this point. It's just a slow walk home now. While we're making this slow walk home, I'm going to switch over to game only for just a few moments. And switch that back over to the camera we wanted at. Alright, almost home. Almost. Kind of home, but not fully. I'm super looking forward to this weekend streams for both channels. Well, not certain if the main channel is going to be doing it as a stream or if we're going to be doing it as a heck yeah. Alright, so now I should be able to switch weapons. I'm going to unequip that though because I'm going to have to go outside and put that down. Bam. And of course I didn't grab any stone. Not a big deal. It's all right here. I love the melodramatic music. It's so dramatic. All right. Now, didn't this use... Yeah, I thought it used that as fuel. I feel like there's something else that uses that as fuel. Now we're going to have to get our belts out. I don't feel like I need any of this other stuff. Fur I might want to save because I feel like much further north I'm going to need fur. All right, so is that how that works? That is absolutely how that works. Fantastic. I'm probably going to, in the future, want to do this a little different. Tar, if I remember, I needed tar and ichor maybe or something. But we're going to let that do its thing. We'll go inside, get some shelter. Then split them. And we'll go ahead and grab the rest of that iron. How did I pick up crystal? What did I pick up crystal from? It's a hard question. So 6F and companions. Need more wood and a lot more twine. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and start crafting up the twine. Also, we can go ahead and grab the seeds. And we need to grab plant fibers. And start that stuff going. Oh yeah, that's cooking good. While that's going, I'll go ahead and create what? Okay, so apparently the craft multiples is bugged. All right, so we're gonna need more plant fiber. Going well with that, that's cool. Gonna need more wood, more plant fiber. Gonna definitely need more metal for repairs and stuffs. So I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and start trying to grab some plant fibers. And we'll grab some metal while we're through here. And we'll bang out some wood. Dude. Do you really have to sound like that? What do you have in your pockets? Alright. Skinning knife. Just use it for the leather. How am I already... Oh, because I had all that other stuff on me. So we're going to head back, clear out some things. And then we'll come back out, farm up some metal, some more plant fiber, so we can make the twine, and the wood. Can I? Nope, not while in comfort. Attributes. I have more points. That is absolutely awesome. Expertise. And we're gonna do a little bit of splitting up of items as we build up. But I definitely like the ability to be able to bulk up and to carry more items. All right, there's be some more of that hide. I think that is all that I needed. Yes. Okay. Go ahead and close that. And we're going to go ahead and see truncheon. Need more plant fiber, but we got the leather and the branches, so that's cool. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this stuff in here. We're almost there for the most part with most of these items, which is kind of cool. More resin. The rest of these things can go in here. And we'll go ahead and let the rest of that meat cook. Get that cooking. Because the sooner we have everything in order, the sooner I can make sure we get at least the wheel up and going. And we do have nearby thralls that would be absolutely excellent candidates for this wheel to start off with. Because an archer or a fighter of any sort, really, right now, would be a big improvement from where we're at for some support around the cabin and to be able to lead creatures into. I ain't trying to mess with that deer because that deer is not a joke. If I remember correctly, that's like a boss. Not like a boss, but like a mini boss. Like he has a skull. Yeah, I know. All elk have skulls, huh? Hey, buddy. Why are you running sideways? All right. That should be more than enough. That stuff needed. Now, twine. That should tuck us to 49. We need a few more. Few more items there. Not a big deal though. Okay, go ahead. Drop this silliness in there. And trying to figure out what we want to keep and what we don't in our inventory. I feel like I can go ahead and move these things down. Leave those in there for the moment. Or I could just put it all away. It's not that big of a deal, right? It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so we're gonna head on back, get some more wood. Once again, some more metal and some more plant fiber. I feel like this is like the equivalent of fiber and thatch early game arc. Constantly plant fiber. You know, I bet you the rope makers were like, should have been like millionaires in that era. Like, because everybody needed it. Like, right? Or am I just being stupid? I feel like they should have been like millionaires for real. Alright, so just a quick recap. We are after a trip that was absolutely unnecessary to the desert. We made it to this point to find out that we could have gotten bark from any of these trees just using a pick. Also a good means of getting resin. Using the bark, we were able not only to make, but to power the tannery. And we are now getting tar in addition to leather from all of our hides, which will allow us to make our truncheon to knock out a new friend and put them on the wheel. Okay. We're now just gathering up some more much needed fiber. And then really the only thing else left we need to really do is worry about building up some metal again so we can repair all these tools. And then maybe look into crafting some armor. Now I may look into making some two-handed swords, because I do know the great swords are great damage dealers, especially in game. So are the spears, or at least they used to be. So with updates in mind, that's a question mark for me. But this will be a good way to suss it out. Now, if this is PvP, I would certainly not be building up immediately out in the open like this. So this is just a single player game. Everything in this is very basic and vanilla. Which isn't a bad thing, I don't guess. Yeah, I can honestly say you can build up quicker in this in true vanilla form than what you could have in Arc. I feel like to build something that size in Arc would have required definitely a little bit more time. Now, mind you, I don't think that many people. I know there is still dedicated people who are very dedicated to very vanilla gameplay. I, however, am not that person. Whether I'm streaming it or just playing it for the fun of it, I like getting to the rewards of things, or where you can actually risk larger scale things quicker. So for this game, pretty standard settings feel like, at least for now, ideal for just basic gameplay. But I will give this the definite W over Ark for that. Now, again, I do like both games, so I will remove myself from any of the politics surrounding them, but all right, getting ourselves some metals up. Yeah, this is definitely a lot more metal using metal picks, so I have to keep those repaired. All right, so I should, when I get back, and in fact, I'm going to go ahead and start making the twine. I know that's more than enough under the premise of what I need, but we're going to want to build other things as well, I'm certain. So, okay, in we go. Put away a few things. Bam. I'll put that stuff away. So far, yeah, everything's going well with that, I think. Go ahead, pull that. And I'm going to keep these on me because I don't know certainty how that will work. I think I need it metal if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. All right. Go ahead and get a little drinky drink in. 4 character there. Now 6. And we got the wheel. Okay, we're gonna have to go back and grab the iron bars. We're getting there. It's the later stages that I look forward to, but equal parts dread. All right, I'm just going to put this in on over here. Okay. Overlapping with another object. I bet you I have to build this out a good little distance away, don't I? Bet. How much you want to bet? That's like 110% what the problem is. Okay. So now make it back. I should be able to put the gruel in there. And we'll be well on our way. I do have to make, I should have the materials on me already to make the truncheon. Just in case. I'll make 2. I'll make a few of them as well. Because I think those break. I think there's somebody over here. Or at the next one up a little bit. I should be able to go knock out and bring back. I hope. Get back into our humble little abode. And I am going to go ahead and do some repairs real quick as well. I wouldn't mind. Maybe padding. How do you make padding? Thick leather. All right. How do I just make some light leather padding? So we're going to have to more hide, more. Okay, cool. So that's not going to be feasible yet. Take 50, leave so much on that. All right. Get these things repaired. Repair. Repair. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and pull some of those down, and I'm going to put the rest away. We'll go ahead and put some of that gruel on the little wheel here. Break. Now I'm just going to go ahead and aim myself over towards, I think, what our target will be. And we'll check the stream health. Looks like we're excellent, but I've seen some buffering. All right, thank you very much, Brackish, for letting me know that. I also, real quick, should probably share this because I completely forgot. Who's that? Bear with me 1 second here, y'all. There we go. We'll head over here in just 1 second to see if we can get our first thrall. Had to get me something to drink. And set ourselves up for some success here. Switch over athletics. Cool. But yeah, thank you again, Brackish, for letting me know. I think any stream is probably going to have a little bit of difficulty, but I'm just trying to make sure that don't go to the wolves, come to me. I'm really not in the mood for wolves. Is she gonna whip the wolves for me? She is totally not gonna whip the wolves for me. Ma'am, I had higher hopes for you. Thank you for the armor, though. Your contribution has been amazing. Oh no, that's kind of right? I don't really want to take on that many wolves. Not unless if I absolutely have to. Oh, there was a guy above me. I remember this. So all I should have to do is follow the trail up and follow the trail back down. That easy. I have a feeling this guy is going to hand me my butt. Like super quick. But we don't know if we don't try. All right, we're going to follow this trail and take our sorry tail ends on up. Now, I do know that there's better foods for breaking thralls to add them to your group. They'll prove to be more efficient. I think they may impact like certain levels. But in the end, starting out, accessibility without a grinder is going to be limited. So, you know, what purpose is that going to serve me right now anyways? All right, so there should be a guy through here somewhere. Yeah, he's over here. Look. Or she. Is it a she? It's a she. Arr! Level 2 archer.
Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am. That's a little embarrassing, I know. But I'd sincerely appreciate it if you just hang out. Come to me. Come on. Come on. Nope. Come on. This is not what I want to take place. This edge, I feel like they did this on purpose. Okay. Any second, ma'am. Oh. Whoa. You, are not playing. I see what's up. It's okay, though. 'Cause guess what? I'm not either. My health is going to regen. Oh, she fell down. Okay, ma'am. I'm gonna need you to be cool. Can you be cool? Okay. Dragged in her. Guys. Are we legit getting our first thrall? I mean, this isn't the most ideal way. I took some damage. It was kind of quirky at that ledge where she was at, but we got her. Sir, I would very, very much appreciate it if you would not. And we are breaking our very first thrall. That is amazing. So that's literally the whole process. Now, we could totally have done this in a much shorter video, and very likely, once I figure out all the ins and outs, we'll probably put up a couple of how-tos. Something that we've done in the past with my other project. But I want to make sure that anything I do is not inaccurate. So how long does this take to break the thralls? Oh yeah, it's going to take a hot minute. So, yeah, we set out to do exactly what we wanted to do today. We're going to go ahead and add another level into our settings here. Let's see here. I really want to kind of up my agility and stuff as well, but I feel like, again, strength, vitality, maxing out, or getting as far as I can makes more sense. I really want to get that vitality up some more. Probably gonna not like myself for saying that in the future, but if you happen to enjoy this, please let me know what you think about for the next time. Should we start looking at the armor as well as doing some further exploration, maybe doing one of the earlier caves, just so we can dip our feet back in and get ourselves prepared. I'm trying to figure out what I want to be able to make next. Like a compass. Do I really need to know what direction I'm facing? Fireball cauldron, though, makes sense. Like, I wholeheartedly believe I need that. All right, so I'll be able to make stuff to get pets. That's awesome. Go ahead and further our ability to butcher, because I feel like that's going to help us out a lot. Weapon repair kits. We're definitely going to need weapon repair kits. And I do like the idea of being able to tame. So that used up all of our points, unfortunately. But, I mean, up next we have what? We're definitely going to want the fluid pressed and the dried preserves. So fish baskets probably wouldn't be a bad way because we don't want to be hunting throughout every episode. So automating some things would be probably an awesome way to go. Question mark. So also probably look at making some Pictish swords. But that's going to be a little bit later in the future. So yeah, I think this about brings us to a conclusion. With that said, this is a little bit shorter than I had expected. I was thinking this was probably going to take me the full 2 hours with having to figure out where to gather things, what to make. But we did manage to cover how to make gruel, where to get the materials at, where to get bark in efficient ways, as well as we uncovered where to get ichor and resin. So we made some grounds there. We also figured out how to power up and make the tanner. So yeah, I feel like we covered a lot of ground today in just an hour, a little under an hour and a half. So thank you everybody who joined today, who has liked and said hey. Brackish, big shout out to you. Thank you. And I hope to see everybody soon. And when this becomes just a saved video and you're seeing this in the future, I hope this helps out in some way, shape, or form, or you find this entertaining. With that said, take good care. Make it a good weekend with it coming up, and I'll catch you later. And we'll just casually look off to the side as I hit the stop streaming button now, and it'll catch up to the rest of this. And yeah, that's how we're going to do this today. No polish, just grit.